evening and welcome everyone to Prim and Proper Sports. I hope everyone is having the most amazing night. Tonight is December the 10th, 2025, and I have the most specialist guest that I have ever had on here tonight, y'all. I hope you are ready for a very special treat because I'm super excited about having her on. This is none other, you guys, than my niece, my everything. I'm so super proud of her. I have her on here as a special introduction tonight so that everybody can get a chance to meet her. She's got a lot of stuff she's participating in, and so we want to make sure we actually get her introduced to everyone on the platform and to all of you who have always asked about her. I am super excited about having her with me tonight. None other than my niece. Let me get her set up here for her intro. Miss Pearson, Haley Jones. Pearson, good evening. How are you?
Good. How are you?
I am so great, and I'm even better now that you've joined me. Thank you so much for your time on this evening. Hope you are doing well.
Thank you. Thanks for having me. Hope you are too.
Absolutely, a long time coming, and I want everybody that's watching take a moment to wish Pearson a happy birthday. Her birthday is on Monday the 15th. Pearson will be entering full adulthood at the age of 18. So happy birthday to you, Pearson. You got a lot of great things ahead of you. You've accomplished a lot of great things, and we're super proud, and we hope you're blessed with many, many more, and that this one is a very special birthday for you.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
You're so welcome. So, like I said, thank you for joining us tonight. I want to have an opportunity, just a little. We're doing a half-hour show here tonight, ladies and gentlemen, because I want to make sure that everybody gets an opportunity to have a one-on-one session here with Pearson. But first, let me thank the production team behind the show, Pink Fanfur, the realest real creator out there. Thank you so much, Pink, for the promos. And B. Strella Bryant Art, my Detroit Lions fan extraordinaire and producer on the beat and the theme songs. And as always, I dedicate every show to Mac and to my uncle Edward Dunkel. Ironically, this is his anniversary of transitioning. So Crystal, Lisa, Derek, Diasha, we are thinking of you, and Kimura. All right, Pearson. So listen, you are, first of all, you are on prime seat tonight. You are the most special guest I have ever had. I'm super excited that you are here. And let's just talk a little bit about you and just see, what you have going on here. It's a lot. You're pretty busy to be 18 almost, 17.9. Pearson Haley Jones out of Greensboro, High Point, North Carolina, Triad area. You are recently crowned Miss Southwest Gilbert High School Homecoming Queen. Congratulations.
Yes, thank you. It means a lot.
Yes. I know I got some little sound effects over here somewhere. It's funny. So congratulations on that. We know you are a senior cheerleader of the varsity cheerleading squad. You're also in the band. You also play basketball, run track, and carrying a very high GPA in honors class and advanced classes across the board. We know that you serve as treasurer for Black Cultural Alliance. You were the former secretary as well. You are in HOSA. You last year were in the top 10 for the state for that. So that's really, really big. NHS, the National Honor Society, National Beta Club, Modern Music Masters, the Tri-M, which is an honor band society. First chair, you were cotillion, and you're in piano, youth choir, member of Tribe of Judah out of Sharp Road Church of Christ in Greensboro, and so many more accolades that I'm sure that I have missed. So Pearson, just first of all, tell us, how does someone balance all of that with still going to school and enjoying life? I mean, you're still wearing it with a smile. I need half your energy.
Yes, well, there have been plenty of sleepless nights, but I have over time learned to manage my time better. This has definitely taught me time management skills throughout, especially my high school year. But I would say, mainly it's God. Most of the time, without him, I'd be I don't know what to do. be probably stressed out, but it's a nice way to keep me level-headed and navigate through every day, which my schedule is pretty rigorous, but everything fits kind of like a puzzle piece, so it all happens to work out, thankfully. So
Yeah, and I forgot to plug in. Even though you are like in so many athletics, you actually still get up and go to the gym independently of training with the school. And that's probably why you have the energy. They always tell people if you get up and work out, you start your day with working out, you get your blood pumping, it gives you sustained energy throughout the day. But and you hold down a job. So you are quite the busy young lady. Now tell us, how did you get involved? Of course, I know some of it because I'm your auntie, but how did you get involved? I mean, I know from a young age, your mom and dad had you involved in tumbling and when you were a small tot. That's how it all started out. And now you're fully into some gymnast activities outside of school as well as piano. Tell us a little bit about that.
So, yes, as you were saying, like when I was like 3, I started gymnastics, and at the age of 6, I started like dance, which kind of has some tumbling elements in it, but I mainly focused on dance from there, and also piano, which all of my extracurriculars, athletic, like sports wise, would actually start my first year of middle school, which is 6th grade. That's where I was like, you know what, let me just see how things are and try out for everything. So I started volleyball, soccer, basketball, and track. Thankfully, I made the teams for all of them. I was really happy about that. But it did open a lot of doors that obviously have led to the current sports I do now, with me still doing piano and dance, actually to this day too, which sadly is my last year for all of them, but yes. So I started off with that for sports, 6th grade. That is the year when COVID hit all of us, so it was kind of a gap between my middle school year. But in 8th grade, I picked up on those sports, and then going into freshman year of high school, I kept basketball and also track, which I actually started cheering last year for the first time, which I really, really liked it. And apparently I'm not too bad at it either. So really enjoyed that as well. So that's how I got
Yeah, you
involved.
do a wonderful job, Pearson. I've seen it on video and I've seen it in person. And, I may be a little biased, but I would say you do an amazing job. Your hand-eye coordination is definitely on point. You're very charismatic with the choreography and everything. And it takes that. And then, you have to be loud and energetic for your team. And, I've seen some of the games that you've had to cheer those guys on, and they weren't the best. So to keep the momentum going for the crowd, you definitely did a great job, you and your cohorts there, the cheerleaders there. So let's talk a little bit about community service. I know you have a lot of involvement in the community, and that's one of the main reasons why we're here tonight. Of course, been trying to get you on for a while, but you're so busy and have been busy. And mommy finally let the reins go a little bit so she could let you come on without her, in the backdrop. Shout out to you, Anissa. And so how did you get started in community service? That may sound like a redundant question for some people, but there genuinely is an interest and a connection with you. Tell us a little bit about that.
Well, I've always found joy helping others. Mainly, I would say it technically did start at church, like helping with some food or like soup kitchens or food banks, giving food to those in need. I would help my mom because she would, of course, go, and then therefore I would also go and get to help, which was really great. It was a good experience. But I would say a main event that was kind of more myself leaving like middle school. So like at the end of 8th grade, I realized like our track uniforms, we actually didn't have actual track uniforms. And so I gathered money and got new uniforms for the team. Even though despite me leaving, I still wanted them to have something nice.
Oh,
So I got the money together and I created the design for the new jerseys for the team, and then got enough for each size because who knows who's going to be new coming in, and gifted it to the middle school that I went to, which is the Academy at Lincoln, so they could have nice jerseys going into the next seasons and even up to now. So that was like the first project that kind of launched me to then, of course, do more things. And of course, I enjoyed it because I like helping others. So a lot of my community service comes from actually HOSA, Health Occupation Students of America, which is like a society and club that I'm able to be in through my school, which I know you kind of touched on it a little early with what I do extracurricular wise, but there have been breast cancer awareness walks where not only have I like helped set up with, but I've also cheered, and Down syndrome awareness as well, and a lot of either awareness activities or helping setting up, as well as different activities with the church, going back to that, with helping watch kids at our community days or preparing clothes, like gathering, washing them, of course, steaming them, ironing them, hanging them up so we can give them to women who just got out of bad financial situations or life situations in general with the courses of that nature. And just a lot of different other projects, but they all kind of revolve around those topics. Yes.
Pearson, that is, I'm literally in awe because some of that stuff I did not know. And I'm just sitting here thinking, you are literally wise beyond your years. And I mean, I've seen a lot of intelligent young people, but I don't always see young people that are well-rounded as well as intelligent. And I'm not biased, audience. Y'all know I'm not, but I do brag on my niece because I do really, really think she's just a gem. And I mean, to have that balance to be a helper to a school that you're no longer going to be a part of, but you want those young ladies to be able to have track. And then you made the design. For those who don't remember, right after the pandemic and during the pandemic a little bit, Pearson launched a lip gloss line, an eyeshadow line. I still wear the eyeshadows because they are animal cruelty free and they are long lasting, and that's been several years, and they are still in great condition. They're still hygienic, and unlike things that you would buy in a store that you have to toss out after a couple of years, these products are for the long haul. I was wearing an eyeshadow a couple of days ago. I thought you, Pearson. I should have sent you a selfie, but what's the status on that? Are you planning to relaunch that? I know you've been super busy with school and trying to get yourself situated to launch into college as of late. So are you planning on relaunching Pearson?
Actually, yes. Once I graduate, when I go to college, I do want to major in nursing, of course, but I also want to minor in business, which I feel like that would help with Pierce Place, my business, of course, and also with getting a website back up and selling more products. But I mean, the reason why it stopped, well, paused before was mainly because of the time. But yes,
Yeah.
I feel like it's a high percent
A
chance.
lot of people were ordering, and Pearson's supply and demand were because she hands all of her products. She doesn't purchase anything and just stick a label on them, folks. These are her handcrafted products that she blends and packages herself. And I've had lots of people, some of you that are watching now will remember during the summer months when Pearson was shipping glosses and whatnot, she also provided the freezer packs that were so tiny. I didn't even know they had freezer packs that small. They were tiny enough just to keep the products cold or cool until they reached the recipients. And there was no mess, no nothing. And that was a very hot summer. And Pearson was processing orders like they're custom made, ladies and gentlemen. So she doesn't have anything on the shelf waiting for it to ship. She's customizing because some people wanted blended colors. I was one of those people. We came up with Pearson came up with several new hues based off of colors that I was telling her, look really good together. And I'm excited because that would be a nice little side business. And of course, we're not going to put the website up now because she doesn't need to be focused on any orders. She needs to be focused on celebrating the rest of the month for her birthday and then enjoying the remainder of her last semester of high school before she begins college. So Pearson, that leads me to the next segue here. Now, I did mention you are a gym, and there was no accident in my choice of words. Tell us a little bit about your experience as a gym there in the Greensboro High Point area, and tell us what that gym actually is for the audience that doesn't know.
So I'm a part of a group called Slate Delta Gyms, and basically there's a lot of different activities we do within Delta Gyms, which they have little workshops. And also, like, just for instance, like on Saturday, they had where we were packaging care packages to give away to help the community out. So we have service opportunities there, and then workshops like the week before, well, the time we met before that was where different college recruiters or people who work in college offices came in and talked to us about preparing us for college applications and things that colleges are looking for, because Delta Gyms is like freshmen to seniors. So, of course, I mean, it was beneficial for me too, despite being a senior. But they gave us little care packages, of course, and like just guiding tips to help with the final essays and preparing for the future. And it's a nice space where like we journal and we can bond with other people, get to know each other, and just really improve ourselves along with like others within our society. So yeah, it's nice.
Okay, I love that. I love that, and that's great to know that ladies pour into young ladies. That's what it's all about, is having an investment into the future, because we have to continue to pour in to see the positivity that we wish to see. um, you know, Gandhi always has a saying, be the change you wish to see. It's a saying. And so if you are the change and then you're, passing the change on to the future, then you are doing what you need to do to make sure that the change stays positive, and everyone just benefits, and it's a beautiful world basically. Um, and everything. All right, so Delta Gems, and shout out to them. Shout out to the Deltas as well. I'm D9 as well. So shout out to my D9 sisters, the Deltas. And thank you for taking on my niece. She's one of my most prized possessions, if not the prized possession. I don't want to take ownership of her from her mom and dad, but I have been doing that for years. And so that brings us up to your now scholarship contestant. By the way, everybody, if you do not know how to donate, Pearson is in a contest for scholarship opportunities. She's in some fundraisers. The good thing is she gets to keep the money that she raises for herself for college. And then there's a larger prize that the Deltas will reward. Tell us a little bit about that, about your Jabberwock scholarship contestant life here, Pearson.
So Jabberwock, so far it's been a great experience. We meet usually monthly to first, of course, get closer with the other girls, well, other contestants, of course, and start generating ideas with how we're going to fundraise. Which, in a sense, everyone is a winner, but the one who raises the most money is the one who is Miss Jabberwock and gets crowned, because it is a pageant where we will showcase our skills or our talent, and we also will have a ball where we all wear pretty beautiful white dresses and have our escorts and have a great time. So it's a great experience. I have my brochure up, which, as you can see on the screen, there's like the official name and everything with that. But yes, Jabberwock has been a great experience so far. I still hope to, of course, raise a lot of money, which will definitely not be in vain. It will be utilized. But we also have other opportunities where we get closer as a close-knit group, because there's different chapters. I'm the High Point chapter. And so I feel like the size also helps with us getting close together. And we have a nice annual lunch as well. And we also help the community. And we were just in the Thanksgiving High Point Parade.
Mm-hmm.
Where we walked and we had our sashes and we gave candy and flyers out to the kids in the audience and everything. So
See, that's awesome. I love to hear things like that because, and I don't know why I can't keep the banner up. I'm so sorry, Pearson. I'm trying to turn the timer off. It keeps coming up. This thing is just great. Won't let me be great. If anyone would love to contribute to Pearson's scholarship journey here, she will be campaigning throughout the winter, all the way up to the final week of February. And at that time, the Miss Jabberwock scholarship recipient will be announced by Delta Sigma Theta there in the Greensboro High Point area. And it's all, I'm super excited for you. We will be telling you if you're not sure how to donate, you can donate in any means possible, including if you want to contact me to get an address to send a check to Pearson or her mom for her scholarship fundraiser here. You can PayPal me. You can Cash App Pearson. Her Cash App is going to be here shortly. Here we go. That's her Cash App. PayPal, Apple Pay, and Zelle are also accepted. Not under the same name. You'll have to contact me or her mom. But just hit us a message, comment below, send me a DM. We will get with you. This is all for Pearson, and we want to send her off well. She's a very well accomplished young lady. She's highly invested in the community and in her church and in her family. And as you all have seen, she's very bright and very eager and a very kind person. Just to know that she has a humanity within her to want to help others, no matter what, says a lot about you, Pearson, that you still, don't forget where your roots are, knowing that you're going to be going into college here next year. Now, I know personally, choices of school and everything, and I won't say it on the air, but for privacy purposes for you. But how exciting is that, for you to be maturing and going into college? And do you plan on continuing some of these extracurricular activities that you've had while you were in high school and middle school once you're in college?
I'm excited. It's kind of bittersweet because it's like all, high school's kind of ending and opening a new chapter, but I'm initially excited about it because it is something new and I get to experience and make new friends, everything. I plan on actually carrying over some of my like extra hobbies over into college. Not saying I'm going to go D1 in some sports, but I possibly might do one of the track leagues that they have, and also potentially the Stomp and Shake cheer team that they have there.
I love that.
Yes, at the college that I'm looking at, they are opening or like starting a concert band for the first time. So they're accepting those who experience. I mean, they don't have complete auditions yet, but you can definitely walk on and try it. And the schedule is very easy to navigate around. So might do that too. So I'm pretty excited about that.
Yeah, and for those who don't know, Pearson actually sings as well. Now, she mentioned being in Tribe of Judah. I've heard her on some tracks. You were with the Hope Blur, one of your church members there that does Christian rap, and that song was amazing. Pearson, how awesome was that for you? Tell us a little bit about that project, because I forgot to plug that in. People don't know she is on Spotify, guys. She's on Apple Music.
Yes, it was actually a very interesting and unique process. We actually recorded our parts separately, and so then my part was added onto the track, which I took time recording and listening. Well, I recorded the main part, and then after that, I added like extra vocals in the background and ad libs to where it can like enhance the sound and things behind his part as well when he was rapping. So it was a cool experience. Actually, it didn't take super long like I thought it would, but I was like, oh, this is actually pretty cool and it's fun. And I just like play around with something. It was like, oh, this actually sounds pretty cool. So I'll continue, of course. And so
Tell us the name of that song.
it's called It's Like That.
Yes, It's Like That.
It's Like That. You can actually listen to on Amazon Music as well.
Okay, and tell us the Hope Dealers. How does he have it listed? His actual
Well,
name.
it's literally like it's like that.
Okay, it's like that. All right. So yeah, so and he's been putting out stuff, and he got really invested in it during the pandemic. So and I didn't know you guys were on Amazon Music, and I listen to her all the time, so I can literally get next time. And I say that so she doesn't pick up listening, to play that for me. So that's super awesome, Pearson, and you know, I'm just super excited for you for that because that's big. I mean, you have accomplished so many things and you haven't even hit 18 yet. You've been extremely successful. You've been extremely vested in our community and you are very family oriented. Tell us about your relationship with your mom and dad.
Well, I'm very close with my parents. I am an only child. Not saying that contributes to it, but I mean, in a sense, they're not my siblings, of course, but I definitely have fun moments with them. They're more than just my parents; they're also my friends, and we have great experiences together when hanging out and doing family things like going to the movies or having game nights, or just joking around or anything of that nature. Which they have definitely been super supportive and always like have been there for me, and are part of the reason why I've been able to accomplish so many different things. I'm very thankful for them, and they're like really great parents. So yeah, I have a great relationship with them.
JT and Anissa Jones, shout out to you. You are the real MVPs. You have raised a young queen, and I do not say that lightly. Pearson, you wear the crown so well. I mean, it's, they all say heavy is the head that wears the crown, but you seem to have it all balanced. You are still very inspiring and very positive. And I know that your nights are long. I mean, I know because sometimes we're texting and I'm up studying and I'm like, this girl is up and she's technically still a young person, a young teenager, you know, and you're still there and you're still responsive and you have a lot of calls that people put on you. You have a lot of calls to answer. A lot of people, depend on you for different things. And to know that you can bear the responsibility and the weight that comes from adults, particularly that depend on you to get things done, is very, very special. There is a sibling you have that I didn't hear you mention. She's a first sibling, but she's a sibling nonetheless. I always tease you about that because that's really your puppy, your baby. And then, over the years, you guys have basically grown up together. Tell us a little bit about Bells.
So Bella is our pet Yorkie Poo. She really is a part of the family. I got her like basically turning 10. We got her like December 10th, so 5 days before my birthday. And so had her ever since then, especially since I'm about to turn 18. Like it's been so many years and I'm really close with Bella. Even though I am technically her owner, sometimes she is like a sister to me because we can go back and forth. She has a very big personality, but I'm very thankful for it, and she fits right in with our family, and she's very adorable too. I like dressing her in her little outfits, and if anything, she's been very supportive, and especially with my late nights, she's right next to me. I mean, she could be asleep sometimes, which I wish I could do, but she's still always there. So, shout out to Bella.
Yes, and speaking of, her brother just sighed because he could hear you mentioning her, and I know that very well. So I guess they both are on the edge of not getting enough sleep. Pearson, anything else you wanted us to know going forward? Anything else big you got coming up that the audience should be aware of? I know Jabberwock in itself is huge. We definitely want to drive the support in that direction. But other than that, the year is wrapping up. Things you're looking forward to in the beginning of the year, in addition to Jabberwock, because as we've seen just from talking with you tonight, you don't just have one or two things going on at any time. You have several things going on.
Well, I'm pretty excited about things coming up with, of course, the new year, finishing out the semester because we have a block schedule at school. So after this semester, I'll have new classes, except for AP biology because that is year long. But new classes, of course. I have Cotillion. Oh, I am a part of Cotillion as well, which I am a junior assistant as well, so I get to help out little kids there, which, as I mentioned earlier, I like helping out kids. So they have a ball that I get to help out with, and of course more basketball games, and therefore me cheering more. So of course I'm always excited about that. In February I have my benefit performance, which that's where we have like a dance recital, but it's all the money raised through tickets will be given to something that helps the community. It's always revealed at benefit, but it's always to like help someone with their cancer journey or help kids who are homeless, which of course excited about that. And of course my Christmas piano performance. So a lot's still going on, but especially after this year, going into spring, that's when track season starts and I get to focus on that and prepare for it. So yeah, just want to close out with saying I'm very thankful for everything and all the support I've had so far, and also just all glory to God, of course, and always. So, yeah.
Absolutely, Pearson. It's been a pleasure having you on tonight. Please know that you have an open invitation whenever your time permits. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for being so gracious to my beautiful niece here tonight. Make sure that you comment in the comments. I'll have more things and commercials that are being queued up as we speak, to put you on game and keep you in the know as to what Pearson has going on as you support her continuously through the months of January and February. So don't worry about it if you're not, able to do it now. Just any amount is a great amount and it's accepted and appreciated. So we just want to close with that. And we want to definitely thank you, Pearson, for joining us. And with that, from Private Sports, I will bid you guys good night. And I will see you Friday night with the fellas. All right. Good night. Thanks, Pearson.
The God above made you a masterpiece. The vision is clearer, nearer. My God, to thee, learning to lean on his power. Your perspective can be sweet when circumstances are sour. I'm saying. Can't see the vision clearer. Your identity is waiting, and you feel that hope is fading. Just hold on, it's gonna be alright. Trust in God, stand firm and hold tight. It's like that, yeah. It's like that, yeah. Meditation, I'm searching for a peace that's not present. I'm searching for feelings of solitude, emotions that's pleasant. Treasure, what do you deem important versus essential? We put our heart and soul in every line behind instrumentals. Coincidental? I think not. God's plan from the very beginning. Create the type of music that make people think twice before sinning. Pleading, Holy Father, please forgive our trespasses. Confusing things we want for things we need in life, our must-haves. Selfish, inconsiderate, narcissistic people. Christ died for all the world, so there is power in Jesus. Issues happen, disagreements, dissensions, distortions. This fallen flesh, we still forget sometimes that God is our portion. Forcing, others won't cut it, nor manipulation.